Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors are showing how valuable the signing of the big attacking man, Dario Saric, was, who is playing a lot and helping the Warriors. Saric is becoming a surprising scorer. Dario Saric has been a natural offensive fit while playing out of position on defense. Saric scored 20 points against the Spurs. Dario Saric's shortcomings as a defender somewhat handicap what the Golden State Warriors can do with him as their backup center. Centers have responsibilities on defense that are extensive. They need to constantly defend pick-and-roll action that requires knowing which coverages are being played. They need to stay close to the paint to wall it off. Should someone fall through the cracks, he needs to be in proper position to contest legally. Considering the kind of player Saric has been throughout his career, he's far from the profile described above, mostly because he hasn't been used in that manner for most of his career. Saric profiles as more of a floor-stretching power forward whose versatility on the offensive end is a valuable asset. He can act as a hub around which others revolve around, either as a passer at the top of the key in 5-out action, at the elbows with screening action happening on both sides of the floor, or as a pick-and-roll partner who can either roll to the rim or drift beyond the arc due to his ability to shoot the three-ball. The San Antonio Spurs presented a unique opportunity for Saric to thrive as the 5. The Spurs are one of the few teams in the league whose schemes opt not to hunt matchups to attack in space, 17th in the league in pick-and-roll frequency and 30th in the league in isolation frequency, per synergy. With Saric not having to worry too much about responsibilities as a defender in space, the offensive side of the floor became more of a playground for him. He finished with 20 points on 7 of 11 shooting, 4 of 7 on threes, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Warriors outscored the Spurs by 13 points in his 26 minutes. Granted, a significant number of his points came on less than ideal coverage decisions the Spurs made in terms of defending pick-and-pop possessions. But Saric was brought aboard partly because he is built to capitalize on coverage shortcomings by opponents. His ability to shoot the ball allows the Warriors to create space for him on the perimeter, especially with a decision-making maestro in Chris Paul as the ball handler in the pick-and-roll or Steph Curry as the NBA's preeminent two-on-the-ball magnet. The lack of veer-back switching by the Spurs, sending the ball handler's defender to switch toward the pop man to take away space, allowed Saric to feast on open looks. Kerr is rightfully using Saric's talents on offense as a connector, shooter, and passer. What remains to be seen, however, is if he can be put in better positions to survive on defense. The data says that pairing him with a bona fide 5 and slotting him at the 4 is the best method of addressing that conundrum. There have been glimpses of Kerr pairing him with the likes of Looney and Jackson Davis. Whether that's a trend they're willing to explore further is something to keep track of as the season moves forward. Steve Kerr believes Warriors player will receive large contract. If there's one player who has been an absolute steal for the Golden State Warriors this season, it's Dario Saric. While all the eyes this offseason were on the acquisition of Chris Paul, Saric was a player who seemed to perfectly fit the Golden State Warriors. In 16 games, he's averaged 10.2 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 2.1 assists on 43/45/83 shooting. He's playing 8 more minutes a game than he did last season with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that's by design, according to Steve Kerr. The way Saric is playing is definitely going to earn him a higher contract than his current $2,709,849 one. That was his intention when joining the Warriors, and Steve Kerr's intention when signing him.